Hey everybody, how are you? John Bonham here, Cape Cod Wet Shaving. Today will not be a history shave day. Today I will instead be doing a review. It's for a much anticipated set that just came out. It is called Carnival of Sin, and it is a collaboration of, they call themselves the Big Four. It is Smiles for Miles, Elysian Soaps, Razor Ray, and the Wet Shaving Store. How you doing, guys? So this is the fourth collaboration. So the first two they came out with were Luna and Sol. Great soaps. Great set out of splashes too. And the third was Bee's Knees, which was done with two female members of the wet shaving community. All of these are Wet Shaving Store exclusives. And now, most recent that I just got the day before yesterday is Carnival of Sin. So this one, a little late for Halloween, but it is meant to be a Halloween release. It's November 3rd as of the filming of this. So this is an interesting soap. For anyone thinking about getting it, it is sold out, but I do know that they are going to restock it. I think they're going to use a different label, they said, for awesome and collective purposes. But I do have the matching splash too, by the way. So the scent notes of this, there's a lot of them, are candy apple, caramel popcorn, candy, leather, tobacco, sex, hay, smoke, fire, metallic, I'm guessing metal, lotus, black orchid, and whiskey. So I have not used this soap yet. I was saving it for this. There's the pour. Very cool looking, like a charcoal gray. So you do get, up front of it, you get sweet. You get very sweet, obviously, with all the sweet notes that are in it. But I wrote Andy, and I was telling, he had asked what I thought of it, and I told him that I smelled gunpowder at the end of it. Anyone who had Plunder from Noble Otter, that's exactly what I'm talking about, except a little bit more prominent. And I didn't know the scent notes, and his response was, there's no gunpowder, but there is smoke and fire. So, if you're eating this, it would be an aftertaste. It's like the last thing you get. It starts out very sweet. I definitely get candy. I get some of the caramel. Definitely get the tobacco. Definitely get the smoke and the fire. As for the florals and the metal, I don't know. I will lather and we'll see what happens. So usually I do a 4-piece shave. I do pre-shave, soap, splash, and balm. Today, for review purposes, I'm only using the 2 products of the set. And I usually don't use the sprayer either, but to save on water, sound, and time, I'll be spraying my face. So, alrighty. Hope everyone's doing well. Beautiful day here on Cape Cod. Nice and sunny. We're supposed to get a warm front. This weekend it'll be 70. It's normal November weather for Massachusetts, right? I'm going to be using my Volfix, my Volfix Badger brush. And I will be using, I don't know if I brought them in. I'm using Astra Green blades. I'm using one of my go-to blades, very generic blades that a lot of people would use. I don't use anything wacky for this. And I'm using a King C Gillette. So I use things that I'm comfortable with, that I like, but also that a lot of people might also use themselves. So this is a great razor, by the way. One of my favorites, especially one that you just go into a package store and buy. I also wanted to show that if you get it, it comes with a nifty little sticker, which is pretty neat. I think it's one of the labels. It's about the same size, I think. A little small, whatever. And for the pre-shave, I only use Kirk's Castile soap. It's my favorite soap, one of my favorite soaps to use to wash my face. So even the soap I use to pre-shave, before I add pre-shave. A lot of people don't use pre-shave, I do. That's a very divisive decision. Technically, really, with artisan soap, you don't need the pre-shave. There's so many goodies in it, but I like using it. I'm a creature of habit, so I use it. So the Wet Shaving Store, if you're not familiar with them, it's run by a guy named Andy. How are you, Andy? Awesome guy. He's relatively new. He's, I think, less than a year. He's been out, and he has exploded on the wet shaving scene. He's an awesome dude. As I just said, he's a family man based out of California. So if you're a West Coaster, United States, he's got a great selection of stuff. He's really become a huge part of the community. So go check them out at thewetshavingstore.com, or you can go on Instagram at thewetshavingstore. Good stuff. So the lather, I had already added too much water, so it's not too thirsty. Very nice. Getting yogurty already. Also Elysian soaps, run by an artisan named Shannon. She's based out of the Poconos. And she's also kind of relatively new. She has some really good soaps. I need to pick up some more of her stuff. I missed out on her fall. I need to go look, see if there's any fall scents left available from her. She had a caramel that I wanted to get. Look at that. That's some good lather right there, boy. All right. Oh yeah, you get the smoke. Smoke is prevalent throughout. I'm putting it on a little thin. I'm going to thicken it up here. So don't think that that's the quality of the suds. It's not. That's just the way I do it. I'll go from bowl. I do like a hybrid. People ask me, do you do bowl or face? I kind of do both. I'll do suds out of the bowl. And then I'll thicken it up. Or, yeah, suds out of the bowl or the mug. And then I'll thicken it up out of the jar. Straight to the face. Whatever works, right? So it's kind of nice. I love doing the history shave thing, but it's kind of nice not having a list in front of me for once, aside from the scent notes. Been meeting a lot of new wet shavers. That's made me very happy. Nikki Shaves is one. Oh man, I didn't even think I'd mention this. I'm forgetting names. There's some people I've been chatting with that have asked my opinion on stuff or advice. It's actually kind of nice because that's the first time that's happened to me. I'm only about 2.5 years into the hobby. And you learn a lot real quick. But this is the first time that I've actually had people ask my opinion, and I've felt like I could offer them, because I've had that happen early on, and I just immediately passed them over to someone I knew more than me. But I've noticed I felt confident answering things myself, so it's kind of a cool feeling. Not that I'm an expert, that's not what I'm trying to claim. I'm just saying in some regards, like lather technique, or what's the difference between what do I do with a hard soap versus a soft soap. I learned that the hard way myself. All right, got my swishy bowl. So you see that lather? It's very nice and thick. Now I got the sweet spot with it. Very nice. Look at that. I'm starting to get the whiskey. Or I got the whiskey already. Here we go. I think this is the second use of this blade. I wanted a comfortable, not freshly out of the package blade, but used at least once. So if you missed out on Sol and Luna, that's a pretty good set. They've been putting out some, I know this is a review for one specific soap, but the collaborations are pretty neat coming from the Wet Shaving Store. So keep an eye out for them. It's from 4 really cool members of the wet shaving community. If you're veterans, you know exactly who they are. If you're new, go check them out. Smiles for Miles makes some wonderful brushes. He's a downright awesome guy. He and I chat on occasion. How you doing, Smiley? I have a brush, horsehair brush, beautiful horsehair knot that he made for me out of a baseball bat, used baseball bat. So that's pretty awesome. If I look at my phone, it's because I'm getting messages, sorry. So this razor is very mild, which is what I wanted. I didn't want anything cuckoo. But it is a safety razor. So if you're not familiar with them, this is a good one to start with. And this soap is very cushiony, very actually. One of the more cushiony soaps I've used. I almost don't feel the blade. That's very cool. Very slick. Just as I expected it to be from Elysian. Smiley picked out the scent notes. Shannon made the soap. Ray made the label. And Andy procured the means in which to purchase it. And you saw I just grabbed this out of my bowl. I didn't have to relather or reload or anything, and it's ready to go, man. Look at that. Tiny bit thick. Itty bit. So I'm just going to add a little bit of water. There we go. Look at that. Wow. All right, I'm going to do second pass. I'll do a cleanup after the camera's off. But you get the gist of it. I feel comfortable enough with this soap to go fast too. It's another thing. Plenty of cushion. Plenty of slickness. It's very nice. Got the handle wet. That's a no-no. Especially on this one, the knurling's only at the top, which is really technically we're supposed to hold these. But makes it slippery. So the scent is really good. This is actually not just good for Halloween. I could definitely use this as a cold weather scent. Absolutely. I like that smoke. People might be 50-50 about the smoke scent. It's not overwhelming at all. And it's not prevalent. It is prevalent throughout the shave. The scent is there. It will be there from start to finish, but it does not overtake. Because it's very easy to overtake with smoke, with florals. And this one is actually blended very nicely. It's not too strong. It's a Goldilocks scent. Just right. So it is very nice. It has a very unique signature to the overall scent profile. As far as the sex scent, I don't know how one would decide on what that is, nor how to replicate it. I'm more curious how you could replicate it. Very cool though. And for those who don't know, who are not familiar, that's Vampirella on the label. And she is sexy. Very sexy. I believe she's Marvel. I think she's Marvel Comics. I know she's a comic character. I can't remember which. She might even be Image Comics. I don't think she'd be Vertigo. I think she's Marvel. Ray did a great job with that label. All right. So I take it back. I'll do the touch up now. I don't have a lot to do. Just my weird hair growth patterns. Right here. Right here. And right here. go. All right, go ahead and pause this. Rinse off the skin food. I'll be right back. Hey, everyone. All right. So I didn't reload. That's what's left over. I like that smell a lot, man. That's going to be awesome to use in winter. I'm going to use that again in January. I'm specifically going to use it when I know it's freezing cold outside. That's going to be a nice shave. All right. Post shave. I haven't had any splash yet. It's very nice. Big globs of it came off as I was rinsing my face. It's such good, thick lather. Very yogurty. Very nice. My face is really slick right now. I opted for the alcohol splash. There is witch hazel splash as well. That's all that's available right now until they restock. They will be restocking on this. There is witch hazel in this as well, along with the alcohol. But for those who are non-conus, out-conus, the witch hazel splash is available. All right. Ooh, yeah. And the alcohol is not bad enough, I realize, to burn, really. I like that sting with the splash. I like it personally a lot. But it's not a deal breaker for me if it doesn't. So this one doesn't really have a terrible bite to it. It smells really good. So with the splash, you're going to get more of the leather. There's the lotus and the black orchid, I think. Smoke isn't really there as much. You got the whiskey, the florals, and the leather in the splash. Oh yeah, I like that a lot. Oh, I like that. Maybe some of the caramel and candy. A little bit of sweetness to it. That's really good, man. Wow, I like when they do that. When they alter the notes between the soap and the splash. That's well done, guys. All right. So go to the wet shaving store. They will be restocking on this. It is $20.99 for the soap, $20.99 for the splash. Either or, the alcohol or the witch hazel. If it's here. Yeah, organic witch hazel and alcohol in that exact order. Aloe vera, good stuff, vitamin E, essential oils. Awesome. And the ingredients, I forgot to mention, this is a tallow-based soap. Beef tallow. There's castor oil, glycerin, kaolin clay, activated charcoal, gives it its gray color, I figured. Xanthan gum, tussa silk fragrance, and essential oils, along with water, stearic acid, and shea butter, coconut oil. Good deal. All right. Carnival of Sin. Go grab yours when it's restocked. Keep an eye out for it. It is really, really good stuff. Thanks for watching, guys. Happy shaving. Happy post-Halloween. Enjoy Thanksgiving. Keep an eye out for more of my history videos. Take it easy.